Yeah, hello world, how's it going? I'm Smug here from WebBoss, and today I'll be attempting to interview the ChatGPT, and this is doing a proof of concept. Will AI take dev jobs? And as you may know or may not know, ChatGPT is OpenAI's latest model from various models that they've released over time, including DAL-E and all of that, right? So basically, I'll just be asking the model a couple of developer or software engineering questions, especially related to the front end and some back end stuff. So the reason I'll be asking some back end related questions is to see if this tool or this model is able to answer all my questions. And of course, if you check the website itself, they have put in some limitation that the AI has, well, that the model has rather. Sorry, I'm not a data scientist, so I might keep mixing up the words, right? So these are some of the limitations that the model has at the moment. But one good thing, which I think the OpenAI team is doing, is the fact that they are taking this approach called iterative development, which means that they are not waiting for the model to be perfect before they ship it out for people to use and try out. They are just pushing it out despite the limitations. And I think this is something that engineering teams should learn from. Don't wait until everything is perfect before you deploy, before you push, before you whatsoever. So let's get into it. So I'm just going to start with some really simple and basic questions, and let's see how this pans out or how this goes out. So the first question I will ask this guy would be, how do I get the largest number in an array using JavaScript? So let's see what the response looks like. So is my PC blank or okay? So it's suggesting using a math method. So this AI is using a cheat code. Interesting. Uh, so I'm going to ask it. So of course, this solution looks like a cheat code. I would expect probably a better approach to it, right? I want this guy to think through. So is there another approach can take to this, to solving this? Okay. Yeah. All right, cool. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Um, the next question I'm going to ask it is what is the difference between local storage and session storage? And I think one thing I really like about this AI or this model is the fact that if you ask it a question, you are able to reference the previous question that you've asked. So just like I asked it, oh, what is the largest number in an array? Then I'm asking some form of follow-up question, which is like the way you would do when you're interviewing a candidate during interviews, that kind of thing. Yeah. So local storage and storage are properties are part of web storage API and JavaScript, which provides methods and properties for storing data. Main differences that passes data. Okay. Okay. Yeah, some differences between local storage. Local storage, this is the name domain as well. Okay. Then it even went ahead to give an example. Okay, yeah. AI doing what AI knows how to do best, basically just pouring out information, right? Uh, Most likely because the local storage and the session storage both uses essentially like the same method to like set item, get item, and all of that, right? Most likely a candidate will not go ahead and give an example and say, oh, this is how you use session storage, this is how you use local storage. What you really want to know is the differences. The method that they both use is practically the same. The only difference is just, one persists data, which is local storage, across various browser sessions, while session storage is limited to one browser session. Like, if I hear that, it already gives me an evidence that each person knows what they are talking about. A candidate will most likely not be able to like write code, except you're asking them to write some code. So maybe a L on that front. Yeah. So the next question I'm going to ask is, which should be pretty simple, is can you mention 10 array methods? So I'm intentionally making this open-ended. So I'm just going to say we will be using JavaScript throughout the session. Is that fine? So let's see what it says. So it says, yes, that is fine. Then it goes ahead to define JavaScript. I don't need you to define JavaScript for me, bro. I don't even know if you're a bro or a sis. So I just need you to know that, we'll be using JavaScript throughout this session, because I don't want to have to type and say, how to do something in JavaScript and all of that. So I'm just going to say, can you mention 10 array methods? Can you mention 10 array methods? So yeah, makes a lot of sense. So it's definitely picking up the fact that we are using JavaScript. Cool. Not bad. So the next question I'm going to ask is kind of pretty straightforward and very similar to listing things, right? Can you mention 10 React hooks? React hooks, if not to 10, let me do 15. 10 React hooks. Can you mention 15 React hooks? Let's see, use context, use reducer, use callback, use memo, use ref, use imperative handle, use layout effect, use debug effect, use mutation effect, use error boundary, use default value, use opaque identifier, use transition. I don't even know some of the hooks on here. And I think one good thing though from this that this model is doing, especially coming to these array methods, is the fact that it's not just listing the array methods, it's also explaining what those array methods do. I think that's probably like a good practice if you are interviewing for a role, because it shows the interviewer that you just don't know these array methods, you actually know what they do, right? So it helps like build confidence for like whatever it is that you're doing. So, and it's okay. It went ahead to show an example of one. So if I was interviewing a candidate and they mention 10 hooks or 15 hooks, and they go ahead to just give an example of one, that's kind of a somebody shooting themselves in the leg, because it's not necessary. Just mention the hooks and move on with life. So yeah, so I'm going to ask another coding question now, which is a very popular coding question, is can you build a to-do app in React? So it says, sure, here's an example of how you build a simple to-do app in React. And I'm actually going to copy and paste this into code sandbox rather, code sandbox.io. So I'm going to create a new React app, go over to ChatGPT. Let's copy the code and let's paste it. Okay, so let's just copy the code. Let's see what it gives us. So then React. Okay. So I'm just going to say interview chat GPT. Okay. So let me look at this, the execution. of this AI solution. Toggle to do new to-dos. Function to toggle the completion of the to-do status. So saying to-dos.map, new to-dos equals to-dos.map. If to-do.id equals this, then you spread the to-do and you set the to-do completed, turn it off. Okay, this works. This definitely works, but you could also simply just do a to-do.find of the current to-do, then update the completed status and set to-dos to whatever the current to-do is. And that's going to work as well. But this definitely works. And I've had to ask this question in a lot of interview questions, and people definitely like just don't get it. So, okay, yeah. So, a follow-up question to this is can you make sure the to-do list is sorted? Okay. I didn't even write this currently, and it's attempting to sort the to-do list now. So celebrate. Okay, let's see. Do I go to do? A dot text dot local compare. I haven't seen this. I haven't seen sorting done this way before, but it's interesting to see. Sort to dos equals need to dos, right? So on submit, you have this blah blah blah. The target dot resets. Interesting. So it created an extra button for sort to dos, but what I actually want is I want can you sort the to dos when an item is completed? Can you sort the to dos when an item is completed? So let's see if AI is able to do this. If ChatGPT is able to sort to dos when an item is completed. I don't know why it takes forever to respond. Does it take time to think about, like, does it have to take time to think about the solution to the problem, or what's happening? This AI, no response? Oh, really? Interesting. Let's see this. Too many requests. Please slow down. I'm not sending too many requests, bro. What the? Let me try and ask another question. Let me just say, okay, what is the difference between a library and a framework? Let's see. Oh, too many requests. The too many requests are definitely not coming from me, and it's asking me to slow down. I've only asked you a couple of questions, and Chat GPT is, should I say, broken? So this response is actually, I think it's not human friendly. It's very robotic, especially considering that I'm sure that the requests, I'm not asking the AI or the model too many requests. So I think it should be something around, oh, too many people are trying to ask me a lot of questions or something, instead of saying, oh, too many requests, please slow down, as if it is my fault that you who is the almighty model who is supposed to be able to take our jobs is not taking our jobs and all of that, right? So, but let's see. Uh, can I? So, of course, it's telling me too many requests. So, I need to ask you. Can I ask you more questions now? Because I'm so confused. Can I ask you more questions now? Too many requests. Please slow down. So let me refresh the page. Uh, I Okay. So let's see. Let's go again. Can you build a to-do app? Oh, now. So I had I had told it to use JavaScript going forward, right? Or I had specified a language or a framework that I should use to build a to-do app. So it used React to build it to do app. Now, I did not specify what do you call it? Now I did not specify what language it should build out. So it just simply outlined the steps that I would take to build a to-do app. And that makes a lot of sense, right? So instead of just trying to build with an assumption, it's actually suggesting languages and frameworks that I should build with. So okay. Show me how to do it in React. So I'm asking it to show me how to do it in React. So, so I hope I don't get slammed with a too many requests. Oh wow, really? Interesting. I just want to see the code, bro. Oh, because I said show me how to do it in React. So that sounds kind of explain to me how to do it in React. Uh Wow. And it could not finish showing me how to do it. It just like it's almost like it's tired. So it seems like the command needs to be very specific, right? And it's one of the things they mentioned in the limitation, right? So I think there was something around it says chat GPT is sensitive to tweaks to the input phrasing or attempting the same prompt multiple times and all of that, right? So instead of saying show me how to do it in React, I'll just say build a to-do app, build a to-do app in React. So let's see how long it's going to take. Let's see how long this is going to take. So why is it why is it showing node v all of these things? Wow. So this solution this solution is definitely unacceptable. How do you just do the UI for something and you didn't code the functionality and you said that's it? I don't know what else to ask you. After designing the user interface, undo, write the code to undo the user actions. This is interesting. So, okay. So finally, it wrote the code to show it. Now, on to the next thing. Um, can you sort the to-dos immediately an item is marked as completed? So let's see. Can you sort the to-dos immediately an item is marked as completed? So let's see what. So this was the last command that I wrote that broke this guy, and it started telling me too many requests. Please slow down and all of that. So let's see. Here's an example. Finally, it's worked. So I'm guessing either the server got jammed or something, right? Or so it's adding a remove to do function. That's interesting. If you are building, hmm, okay. So let me see on change. So I expect the sorting to happen inside of the to dos itself, right? Inside of the toggle to dos. So when you toggle to do, new to dos equals this guy, new index dot completed. Okay, yeah. Then set to dos to new to dos. Okay, but it's not sorting. So let me just copy this code and paste it in code sandbox. Let me just copy this and put it in code sandbox. It says element type is invalid. Why? Wow. Code generated by AI doesn't work in code sandbox. I didn't see that coming. It says element type is invalid, blah, blah, blah. Expected a string. So let me do export. Oh, so I have to debug this. So I have to tell it that there is an error. Can you fix the error in the sample code you shared? Oh, yeah, because I don't want to fix it because I'm lazy, right? Because you are supposed to be able to do this thing. Like you are here, you have all the resources in the world. I love that. So let's see. Let's see. Is ChatGPT able to fix its own mess? Cancel. Oh, really? It's actually trying to debug. Ah, okay. Let's see. Okay. So I'm not listening to your explanation, bro. Show me the code and let's see if all you did was lie or if you were if you are correct. Wow, this is not working. This is still not working. To do app export app. Oh, I think I know. Let's do app. So I have to debug the code that AI has written. Wow. I have to debug code written by AI. So I'm guessing the problem is probably the export default app. That should solve it. Okay, yeah. So that worked. Cheers to me, superstar. I just debugged AI code written by AI. Okay. So I'm going to add a need to do. So right now, when you add an item to the to do, so let me just say uh go on YouTube, gain 1,000 subscribers, then be awesome. I expect that when I click on any of these items, right, this it should the list should be sorted, right? So go on YouTube. Oh, nice. Get 1,000 subscribers. Be awesome. But this AI wasn't smart enough to even export the component, right? Because obviously it's working in isolation. All right. Awesome. So this gives the solution that I want. I don't know why it broke in the first instance, right? But yeah, it works now. And that's what that matters. So the next thing I want to ask is can you store the to-dos on a server? I'm a front-end engineer, right? So I want to see how this would work if I wanted to store it on a server. Oh shit, my headphone is out. Okay, I think it's back. So let me just confirm that my audio is still working. Hello? Okay, yeah, my audio is still working. So the audio is still working. The audio is still working. Okay. So yeah. Oh, nice. It says yes, you can store the to-dos on the server by using an API and send and receive data from the server. Then it went ahead to show me. It says hmm, use the UCFI flow to fetch the to-dos from the server. Blah blah blah. Then the response of JSON. Then set to-dos to that, and of course makes sense. Then fetch to-dos. This code is incomplete. Or yeah, this code is incomplete. AI can't finish writing its own code. Let me copy this and let's see. This code is incomplete. Yeah, the code is incomplete. I just asked this AI to build it to do app and it can't finish building it. Wow. This is supposed to be the future. This guy is supposed to take our jobs. Interesting. So let me try again and let's see if it was a network error of some sort and all of that. Uh, can you store the to-dos on the server? Let's see. Let's see. So this guy is supposed to take our job. So yeah, the same explanation talks about Axios. Oh, so he's taking another approach to it now. Initially, tried to write the front end part of it, which is what matters to me as a front end engineer, right? Now it is writing the back end of it. Oh, okay, not bad. So Express, body parser, the JSON, right? No database. Where do I store this? Uh, Man, this is messed up. So, in as much as, of course, this has given a boilerplate code that you can work with, at least it has defined all the endpoints and tried to uh, put in all the data, like the way the data is supposed to work and all of that, right? If you don't understand the way Node.js works or Express works, this piece of code is still meaningless or useless. So, will AI take dev jobs? Will AI replace developers and all of that, right? The answer, or the answer is actually no. It's going to make our lives easy, right? So, for example, for someone like me who doesn't write backend, who basically just does front end, right? I I understand what is going on with this piece of code, right? So what that means is, okay, so let me push this further and just ask it, how do I use this piece of code as a newbie, as someone who has no idea of coding? So let's see if he's able to answer that question. How do I use this piece of code as someone who has no idea of coding? So let's see if AI is able to, let's see if I'll be building the next $1 billion startup using AI. Because this would be so nice. Just come here, ask it a couple of questions, take the code, copy and paste, and you move on with life. So let's say it's taking forever. Of course, they mentioned this is not perfect, which is what everybody says when they are trying to avoid a backlash and all of that, right? Well, let's see. Something seems to have gone wrong. It says maybe try me again in a little bit. Don't worry, I will try you now. How many minutes do you want? Um, uh, when do you think you'll be ready? Like, you are the best person to ask this guy questions. When do you think you'll be ready? You'll be ready? then it's going to give me an error. Too many requests, please try again, and all of that. Too many requests, please slow down. Okay, this is the end of my experiment, right? So aside the fact that it could not, it it couldn't even finish writing this code. It could not even finish writing this code. Yeah, because I'm sure like the delete function cannot just end here. An object is supposed to be extracted or something. So I'm guessing is it that maybe the OpenAI team is not dedicating enough resources to this model yet, such that it is not able to like a lot of people are not able to make requests to it at the same time, or maybe something else is just like totally wrong, right? But for the most part, it answered all the theoretical questions that I asked it correctly, right? Of course, it's AI, it has already been fed with all of these models, so it can answer all of those questions. But most of the real life examples or code that I had asked it to write, it's either it wrote a solution, and when I asked follow-up questions, the AI is not able to, the AI is not able to answer those follow-up questions correctly, or it just throws errors like this, like, oh, too many requests or something have gone wrong and all of that, right? So I guess it's still pretty much under development, just like human beings, right? You learn and all of that, right? So yeah, I think if you are preparing for an interview, though, you may just want to like use something like this, like maybe ask yourself a couple of questions and see the way it responds to it. Of course, you don't want to swallow everything that something like this gives you, hook, line, and sinker, right? But it's just so interesting to watch. So cheers, guys. Thanks for coming to my live stream. This is my first time doing a live stream. I'm just trying to like rant and ramble about things like this, right? If you watch this up to this point and you enjoyed it and you think I should make more content like this, let me know in the comment section, even though it is only 0 people that are on this live stream. But then, yeah, we move regardless, right? So cheers. Enjoy your week. Bye.